All right, guys, your last comic coming to the stage, originally from Severna, Maryland. Please give it up for Thomas Young.
All right, thank you. Guys, I gotta say, one of my favorite things in the world is to see somebody be unintentionally honest. For one of the first times I saw this happen, I was in traffic. Car in front of me had 3 bumper stickers on it. It was 3 like college stickers. The first one said USC Dad. I was like, all right, cool, proud dad. Second one said UCLA Dad. I was like, kids at competing schools, okay. The third one was the giveaway. It said USC alumni, and I was like, well, now the whole neighborhood knows which kid Dad loves more. It's too honest, you know? It's just like when you see one of your friends get married and they do the obligatory like social media post where they say, today I married my best friend. It's like, are you trying to convince yourself of that? What's going on? It should say, see translation, today I marry my second choice because the woman I really love thinks I'm too nice of a guy. I don't know. I'm in a happy relationship, and we've actually reached a very important milestone in that relationship. We've reached that point where when we shower together, we both pee in the shower. And really, that's true love, you know, when you can just look somebody straight in the eyes like you're the quarterback in a huddle and you're talking about bills you got to pay that week while you both hover over the drain with just a stream of yellow coming down. We shower together to save water, we both pee in there because we're animals. That's how it works. One time we did that too, and like right afterwards I spit down the drain and she goes, ew, gross. I was like, what? Do you see what we just did? You can't change the rules, that's confusing. On the flip side of that, I think that's true love. On the other side, I think you know a relationship is over when your life with that person becomes so boring that even the arguments are lame. Yeah, I learned that when I was with an ex. When we started dating, all the arguments were about jealousy. It was like, why were you flirting with that waitress at the restaurant? I'd be like, I wasn't. I don't know what you're talking about. After a couple years of living together, the arguments became, why the fuck can't you eat the vegetables out of the refrigerator before they go bad? It's a waste of money. I'm sorry, I didn't want to have raw carrots after work. And she'd sniff me and be like, are you stoned right now? Why are you so high on a Tuesday afternoon? I'd say, I'm trying to make myself hungry enough to eat the fucking carrots, okay? Jesus. God damn it. Yeah, I was single for a long time, and shit got weird. When I first moved to LA, I was actually, for a brief spell, I was the side guy to a woman in an open relationship. No, Woos, it's weird. It's weird, man. You don't know really what the boundaries are. It's like being a backup quarterback. Like, you get in the game from time to time, but you're not the face of the franchise. You know? It's like being single, you're like paranoid. You constantly got to go and get like tested for STDs and stuff. And I hated that because they always had a nurse who had to fill out a questionnaire with you before they ever did the testing. And it's like, just give me the clipboard. I don't need the judgment that comes with that conversation. I went in one time and the nurse was like, have you had sex in the last 6 months? I said, yes. She goes, with men, women, or both? I said, women. She goes, have you had any oral sex in the last 6 months? I said, yes. She said, giving, receiving, or both? I said receiving, and she rolled her eyes at me. I was young, okay? I've learned since then. Jesus. Things are going great, though, in this relationship. We had a friend recently who was talking to us and was like, you guys should have kids. You'd have attractive kids. And I was like, why'd you say attractive instead of cute? You're not going to be babysitting, I can tell you that much. It's weird, man. We had a real scare not too long ago. She got sick, and so we went to urgent care in the middle of the night. And one of the tests they had her do was a pregnancy test. And so she does the test, the nurse goes away, she comes back a little while later, and she comes in and says, did you want positive or negative? Why are you asking like that? It's like context clues. If I already asked you how much the visit's going to cost, you should know what result we're hoping for. It made me realize, too, like, that was a very real scare. It made me realize all the things that I'm actually afraid of are totally irrational. It's not the stuff that I should be scared of. Like, I saw so many horror films as a kid. Every time I go to my car, I always check the back seat. Because I'm convinced one of these days a mass killer is going to be in there waiting to strike. That's stupid. There's never a killer in the back seat. That's stupid, you know? But I still text and drive. It doesn't make any sense. I'm terrified of spiders. Is anybody here scared of spiders?
Fox spiders.
Yeah, they're fuck spiders. They're the worst. People are like, no, without them, the planet would be overrun with bugs. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to walk into another goddamn web. The problem is, there's a whole bunch of them in the bushes around my front porch, and that's where I like to go to smoke weed. It's making me paranoid. What I've decided to do, I'm going to blow the smoke into the web. You think if I get them high, they'll be my friends? They'll be like a Charlotte's Web kind of scenario? I come out the next day, written in web above my door, it just says, one chill dude. I'm like, all right, it's going to work out. It'll be fine. I saw a guy one time post on Facebook or something, and he posted a picture of like a bite. His arm was all red, and he was like, I got bit by a black widow. Should I be scared? Ooh. It was like a million, like, not a million clearly, but a few people afterwards were like, oh, you should, like, ew, spiders are gross, or ew, icky, whatever, before, it was like 5 of those before somebody finally said, go to the ER. I read that and was like, you know what? Don't. If you get bitten by any kind of poisonous animal and your first instinct is, I want to post about this on social media, I think we're okay. The gene pool probably doesn't need you. Evolution's just going to keep going. I hate bugs though, man. I used to live in an apartment that had roaches. Have any of you guys dealt with those? Yeah. They're the worst. They say if you see one, there's really like 1,000 in the walls. That's not an infestation. That's like a revolution happening in our apartment. Like we used to say, because we had to bug bomb every month that we were fighting a counterinsurgency campaign in our apartment. We called them the Viet Cong because they mostly moved at night and had tunnels all through the walls. Now that I don't live there anymore, I realize how like Vietnam it actually is, or was. When I was there, I killed thousands of them. I did a lot of drugs. I started hooking up with an Asian woman. I didn't really accomplish anything, and after a few years, just kind of left. I don't know. It's a scary world out there. That's the thing too. I don't know if I used to think I wanted to have kids. I don't know anymore because the world's gotten a little scary. Did you guys read the article? There's a dude sending like pipe bombs in the mail to like left-leaning political leaders and to Robert De Niro for some reason. It was like, he's not actually in charge of anything, right? It seems like he is, but he's not. And they said the guy, when they caught him, they were like, yes, he is a domestic terrorist. And I said, I knew that before they caught him. I knew it. Those bombs had to be American-made. They didn't work. The FBI found one. They were like, this one's got a Ford logo on it. That's weird. It's probably part of a recall. That's how we'll catch the guy. I met a Catholic priest recently who was younger than me. We all know why that's weird, right? It was strange. The guy came in and he introduced himself. He's like, hey, I'm Father so-and-so. I was like, tell me your first name. I'm not fucking calling you Father. He's like, you're 25. I'm 10 years old. I don't even call my own dad Father. Get out of here. God. He asked me how long my girlfriend and I had been together, and I was like, yeah, like 3 years. And he was like, oh, you guys should have kids. You'd have attractive kids. What the hell, man?